Hello and welcome to Coffee and Bonsai with Tom. Today we're going to do some maintenance pruning on this little beauty. This is a rainbow dwarf jade. I think I last pruned it, well, I don't know, maybe a month and a half ago. It was before I moved everything outside, and it's really healthy. It's growing well. It really likes being outside. I love this variety because you can see the pink branches, and then you've got green and white leaves. It's just beautiful. And I'll tell you, invariably when people come to my backyard, either for a cookout or just a visit or whatever, I don't consider these. I have two of these. I have this rainbow jade and also a small forest, and that's the eye catcher. Those are the trees I ask questions about, because I think they see these beautiful colors, and then especially my other one has like a cluster of white leaves that really look like flowers. And and I always chuckle because it's like these are very young juvenile trees. I've got, I don't know, jades I know that are 35 years old that have much better branch structure and sort of more fit my idea of what a bonsai is, and they barely notice those. But yeah, so I guess what I'm saying is, if you wanna impress folks, or maybe you want an accent plant with for a show or something, I think this is a fabulous variety, because people really notice it and are drawn to these plants, like I said, all the time. So let's get a look at pruning this. I want to just do maintenance pruning, kind of bring it in line like along here. And so just basically cutting things back a bit, so that it doesn't continue to get too long, and just take the shagginess out of it. And so I'll start by just shortening the top here to, a few sets of leaves. I think I'll let it grow a little bit out in a few places here, and just tighten it up and make it grow even more compact, which is what I'm after. And these trees like to grow very quickly on the top, so you want to sort of give that special treatment and create a little space between the trees. You can see the back is looking a bit long here. And I don't know if you remember from the first video on this, I have playlists for all my trees, so you can hit the playlist section and just see this tree and see its playlist. This one will be I think only the second video in there. But it's kind of nice to see the progress of the various trees over time, and you can see that, I've got a lot more branching options now. Before, I just had these sticks that didn't even have leaves in close to the trunk, and now we've got certainly some more ramification there. And so I just want to get even more of that, so I'll kind of shorten this out, and then we'll let it get a little wild again. Now, these trees grow pretty slowly. Probably not as slow as the straight up variegated I have that doesn't have the sort of pink in it, but definitely far, far slower than your regular Portulacaria. And I think that tree is looking pretty good, and I'll just kind of carve off some of the stuff to the tree to the left. I kind of want these three trees, they're sort of planted as a group. So my goal, and you can see I'll just kind of create a triangle. I almost want that left tree to almost look like a branch, or a lower branch kind of coming off, with a bunch of lower foliage on that side, to complete the look. And I'll do the same thing over here on the right, just basically just profile pruning at this point, and then we'll go in and do a bit more pruning. But like I said, I don't want to do hard pruning on this. These are growing really well. I just want to let the tree know that I don't want it to grow in certain areas, so I'm kind of snipping those off, and then where it is growing, just kind of let that go a bit more, and we'll get a nice shape out of it. So I think that's good for the structural pruning. I'll come in here and do some fine tuning. That was a bit long. I want to tighten that up. And just remove, I kind of definitely like to remove downward facing leaves so I can see the trunk, especially these. I mean, you have these beautiful pink trunks. And I should also mention the pot. I never get tired of talking about these bunzan pots, because they're just so charming. And you've got this beautiful crackle yellow with this splash of pink that like perfectly matches the trunks here. I just really like this, how this composition comes together. And you know, initially I was a bit concerned that the pot was not deep enough, but certainly for Portulacarias, I've had no issues at all. Like, it's very easy to keep it watered, and it works quite well. In fact, I have more problems watering indoors this specific pot than outdoors, and I think it's because the heat's more consistent indoors, especially since it's getting heat from the shelf below, and I think it sort of evaporates my water out there. But yeah, no issues with a tiny pot like this. And you know, I'll continue just to do a few nips and tucks and kind of get this down to you know, a minimal set, because I want to then just kind of let it go. And now we can really see the trunks all the way up, which is kind of nice. And this tree is really growing well, so it will kind of put out a lot of tighter, more compact growth, and we'll have even more options the next time that we prune this one. So yeah, remove this growth on the left here. I don't want going out that side, and I think it's looking pretty good. I mean, we've definitely neatened it up. And you know, sort of a thought for today is you know, maybe add a little bit of color. You know, I really am most charmed by just the punch of color that this tree and pot and combination gives me. And I, you know, just like I said, visitors love seeing it, and it's quite popular. And let's do our victory lap here. We've really, I think, tuned it up, done some nice maintenance pruning on it. You can clearly see each of the 3 trees, and you know, I think they work really well together when seen here from the front. Maybe back a little bit. Is that the... Yeah, there's the front. Just looks great. And you know, you can see I got a nice triangle here, and that's a wrap for today. And I want to thank you for spending time with me, and I'll see you all again soon.